This is Gutsy here, bringing you another video. This one's going to be short and as concise as possible. It's just going to be a quick little guide on GH Keeper of the Light. Very popular 4-position player for good reasons. Won a TI, just extremely skilled in general. But this hero itself was a big reason as to why they did win TI, and I'm sure he's going to be nerfed to the ground. Big time, probably receive Chen kind of nerfs, but I figured might as well do a video while the hero's still popular and powerful. So it's, as I said, it's going to be short. So we're just going to look at the main things that a GH KOTL does rather than step by step on how to actually get the same results that he does. So the main thing he does is he abuses stacking with his illuminate. A lot of heroes could do this. Shadow Demon could do this. Any hero that basically has some sort of ranged nuke is able to do this. So, but Keeper is just more beneficial because you could obviously push with him. You could heal, you could transport teammates, stuff like that. So I'm going to show you his first 2 stacks, and then I'll kind of just go over one of the games on speed times 2 while going over points as to what exactly a GH KOTL does. So let me just quickly pop this up. Okay, we're good. So the first stack that we're going to see is going to come up in a couple seconds. So he basically stacks these 2 camps. There's a way where you could farm both of them at the same time. It's where you attack this creep, you walk like this, you stand right here, and you shoot an illuminate, and you'll hit both camps. But we're not going to go over that point. We're just going to go over his 2 basic stacking ways. So we'll play the video.
Radiant's
we'll watch
bottom
GH.
tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
So the clock is currently 3:48. And what he's going to do is he's going to attack this one camp and illuminate the other at pretty much your regular stack timing, which is, I think, 53 seconds, maybe 54. So we'll see in a second here.
Dyer's mid tower's having.
So he attacks it at,
there it goes.
Wrong timing. He attacks at 3 minutes and 56 seconds. He illuminates this camp, and then he walks north. He goes up. Both camps are now stacked, as you can see here. And if he later wants to farm these, he's going to attack this camp at 56. Walk this way, stand here, shoot an illuminate, it'll hit both of them. So that's one way he abuses stacks. Gonna check out another game. Team Liquid versus Team Empire, game 1. In this one, he does a stack in the regular jungle. I think it's around the 9-minute range, 10-minute range. So we'll just go to that time. Oops, too far. Okay, so it's right about here.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
I'll just speed it up.
Have fun trying to bust down Radiant structures now. Radiant's mid tower's getting banged Radiant's top tower fortified their structures. Radiant's mid tower's Radiant's top tower.
Okay, so he just did it. But I was going too quickly, so we'll just quickly zip. So he dies. When he respawns, he's going to come up here by teleporting and stacking these 2 camps. Now watch the timing of this. So 54 is when he's going to attack this camp, and then he'll illuminate this one to stack, and he'll walk over here.
Radiant's top tower's in bad shape.
You can farm both these camps at the same time, but it's not really economical. So he just usually farms one at a time, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if he does it right now. There's all kinds of different directions you could farm camps too, which is really important. I'll just highlight this down here. Like, to farm this camp here, GH a lot of times will farm it right down here so that he has access to the rune. GH usually in the early game, the first 10 minutes, he's stuck in these 2 lanes only. So he usually doesn't even go mid. He's just kind of here to help the offlane when he needs it. And if mid needs it, then he'll go and help them. But you usually won't see him up here. Unless he's having a bad game, I'd say. Usually Kuro's got this. GH rarely buys wards. This game he did buy wards, but in the Liquid vs Virtus Pro game, he did not buy wards. So that was Kuro's job for like the first couple minutes, and that way he could get us faster ags and stuff like that. We'll go to a new game because we've just seen that, which will be the Liquid vs Virtus Pro game. And I'll just have it on ×2 to kind of emphasize exactly what he's doing when I say he's mostly staying mid and off lane.
Dire.
First blood.
Okay, so we're on ×2. And we'll just do player perspective so we can watch him. And I'll just kind of explain what he does. So at level, like, his skill build is prioritizing chakra and illuminate. He actually will skip ult until it's absolutely needed. I think this game he gets his ult at level 7. So he gets maxed up illuminate, 3 points of chakra, and then he goes ult. And then he finishes the chakra after. But chakra, sorry, I think I said illuminates the ability he's supposed to max. It's actually chakra. You want to max illuminate, but you prioritize chakra early game, so. This game's a really good example because he stays both in mid and the off lane kind of an equal amount of time, as you'll see here. His starting items are boots, Tango, and clarity. And he's just hovering around the off lane and mid. He's always grabbing the runes. Just harassing. Especially with Lycan in this game. Like, Lycan triggered Howl there so that he could get better harass on the Nyx Assassin. Just little things like that give pros the advantage. So he's just going to do a 1-stack pretty much all of this game. And this is one of his fastest timings on his Scepter and his Force Staff. So by fast, he gets his Force at 11 minutes and 30 seconds. He gets his Scepter at 21 minutes and 30 seconds. And he usually, by level 4, he's got 2 points in Illuminate, 2 points in Chakra. And that's good enough for farming. He actually doesn't really farm stacks until he hits level 4. You need 2 points in each to do it. There is times where he'll do it with just the 2 points in Chakra, 1 in Illuminate, but it's not as fast. So he just goes for the level 4 and then does it. Otherwise, he's in the offlane like this, pushing it, helping harass. It's almost like he's splitting the EXP and gold status with his offlaner. So that's how highly they prioritize his farm. Around 6.5 minutes is when the enemies start to push. So he's there in lane more pushing it back. And then he starts to push. As you can see with the starting items are going to be a Tranquil Boots first into a casual Windlace before he starts working on that Force Staff and Scepter. He's very active in fights, totally showing presence, but the minute the game slows down, he goes and farms to jungle. I should probably have this on directed cam on his hero because he's a very fast player when it comes to his movements. Starts farming his camps. He's always using Chakra before Illuminate too. And it always sucks to get mug golems, but whatever. He's grabbing every rune. See, it's 6 minutes. Look where he's gonna go. He'll go to that bottom rune and grab it. He's always on top of the runes. It's very important. And notice how he hasn't even been top lane at all. He hasn't bought any wards. That's all Kuro. He hasn't even been mid this game. This game is, because of the Veno, is purely off lane focus. but he's still being around here. They're going to use the shrine at 6, almost 7 minutes. I'm just going to speed it up a little bit more. So we'll do 4 times. It's kind of hard to watch, but you'll just see his movements.
Radiant's top tower's in bad shape.
It's almost stacking time. We'll slow it down.
Oh no.
I don't know if he gets that stack. Yes, he does. So see, he farmed it while stacking. It's just all efficient stacking. Notice how his chakra magic is 3 points in. Veno's pushing the wave, so he's going to push it back. While the offlaner goes and does ganks.
So much for the Radiant's courier. Poor little fella.
And one thing also about GH is he doesn't do this at the beginning of the game, but once he gets levels in his skills, he will he will obviously chakra before every blinding light. Or sorry, not blinding light, illuminate. He will chakra before every illuminate, but he will also do a second chakra to finish off the wave. So he isn't doing it yet, but he does it especially with neutral camps. Or sorry, with lane creeps, because a full leveled illuminate will not kill the creep wave. So he does another mini one just to finish it off, like that. Just like that. I just want to pause to go back and show you that, because it's important to do this, because otherwise you'll miss a few last hits, and you don't want to do that. Okay, so we'll see. So he charges, hits. What doesn't finish the creep wave, so he does another mini charge right afterwards to finish it up.
Taking hits.
And that's what you want to do. There's the Tranquils, the casual win lice. We're about 2 minutes away from his force staff. And then after that, I'll just speed it to the end. Because after he gets force, he's pretty heavy on jungle farming. And he uses the force to save teammates if need be. Oops, it's supposed to be on times 2, silly me. I think it's 11 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm pretty sure he gets this force. So he's very close. I mean, he has it now, so there you go. There's his force staff. So we'll just speed it up to about 20 minutes. Too far. Here, 19 minutes, perfect. So he gets it by 21:30. Notice how he's got the pieces with his force. I should probably show you him in team fights. He's in a few team fights before this where his force staff saves and helps get kills. They get a kill at the shrine with Matumba. He forces them in to help get that kill. He's pushing out waves, doesn't allow his towers to die. Porting teammates.
For the twins.
And he's not selfish. It looks selfish, but there's nothing selfish about this. He's giving chakra magic to his teammates all the time. Notice how there's only that 1 point in the ultimate too. This is pretty important. He's prioritizing that mana leak at the moment.
There it goes.
It's 1 item piece away. Stacks the camp. Always being efficient. When you're just constantly looking at the clock. If you're ever able to stack a camp, go for it. It doesn't have to be a double stack. He's doing plenty of single stacks. He's helping the team. And boom, there's his scepter. After that, pretty much when this happens, it's push time. So they're going to want to wait for day. And I think at around 25 minutes, they grab the gem and they push mid. And they go for that rack. So that's what you do with GH KOTL. You farm up, abuse stacks. You're still helping the team. You're still grabbing runes. And you get that force. It's mostly not for your teammates. It's for your own survivability. Because a lot of heroes can kill you if they went and came and ganked you. But if you have a force staff, you just force out of it and you're going to live. A lot of heroes can't catch you once you get that force staff. That's the whole purpose of the force before the Ags. So you do want to go force. Unless if you like are lower MMR and you know that people aren't going to be ganking you that early. then you could rush the Ags. But otherwise, the Force is so that for survivability of yourself, mostly. And then you get the Ags at around 21 minutes. Then once it's daytime, you do a deathball push with your team by healing them up with illuminate. And yeah, there's even times where GH is like using blinding light to push creeps into his illuminate. He's very efficient, and that's why he's a professional player and so successful. So I hope this helped. I'm gonna post in the description kind of my notes to maybe help you out in terms of timings and what he does. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.